Put me to the test. Achieve rapid relief and long-lasting results of emotional first aid, stress relief and healing. Hello, I'm Bridget Edwards, a South African-based mental health complementary therapist and author of Stress Gone: How to Identify and Reduce Stress Easily. Since 2007, I have helped support hundreds and hundreds of clients just like you from all walks of life across the globe. More often than not, my clients have achieved rapid relief and long-lasting results, if not permanent results, often within a mere 2-hour consultation, and that is even from some of the most challenging and traumatic of circumstances. Specific examples of my work include anger and stress management, including post-traumatic stress disorder, trauma, grief and loss, fears and phobias, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, addictions, and also various relationship challenges too. My success rate is exceptionally high. Approximately 95% of my clients have required only 1 2-hour consultation. The balance have required either 2 or 3 sessions thereafter. To me, that is instant gratification at its best. My policy is that I book a single 2-hour consultation at a time. I have never been the prescriptive type of therapist who block books 10 sessions spanning weeks or months. I believe in and trust my efficient results and my efficient abilities to achieve results. So I refuse to adopt the traditional psychotherapy, what I call money-making model. What's more, I guarantee relief. Granted, that may sound like an outrageously bold statement, particularly if you have spent months or years in costly traditional psychotherapy. Although results may vary, clients often report feeling calm, relaxed, relieved, much lighter, happier, more joyful, empowered, focused, with a renewed mental clarity and solutions orientation. They feel a sense of drive and determination, and most importantly, a sense of peace of mind, which previously there wasn't there. And that is simply because we have neutralized and or resolved their challenges or the problems that they were facing when they contacted me. Many also report feeling healthier, having a much better quality of sleep, improved self-worth esteem, self-confidence, and also that their relationships improve because now they are able to place boundaries and set boundaries, and as a result of that, they regain their personal power. So how and why do I achieve such remarkable, almost miraculous results with my clients? Here are 5 important reasons that I believe contribute to the success of my work with my clients. The first, being the most important, is that my therapy approach is holistic in nature. Because our thoughts and our emotions affect our physical body and vice versa, I also understand the significant value of what is known as cellular memory. Because in fact, the body stores stress in the cells and in various organs around the body, such as the memory of a pain or a trauma. I'll give you an example of this. If you just had to think of a stress right now, you would probably feel just one stress. You will probably feel some kind of stress in your neck and shoulders, maybe in your tummy. That's what I'm referring to by cellular memory. Now, that could have been a stress from months ago, weeks ago. Your body will still feel it. So my approach is quite different from, and unlike traditional talk therapy, which tends to isolate and primarily targets cognitive issues only. I view anyone and everyone that I work with as a whole being, because their mind and body innately functions as a fully integrative system and not as separate entities in isolation. The profound benefits and values of this approach is what I believe makes all the difference in my therapy sessions. Together, you and I specifically work through and target all associated emotions, thoughts, and physical feelings simultaneously. Now, this may sound quite complex if you've never experienced this, but it's actually extremely easy and highly efficient and effective, and precisely the reason why I achieve such a highly successful results with my clients. The second aspect to my therapy where I believe I differ is that I treat and seek out root causes versus symptoms. I have a highly developed investigative nose for inquiry. And this, together with my innate ability to detect patterns, particularly subconscious patterns, I believe this leads to the uncovering of the root causes of any presenting problems. Although I acknowledge the symptoms that are displayed, the root cause of the problem is the most important. For example, what I mean by this is that depression is a symptom, not the cause. Similarly, anxiety is a symptom, not the cause. Addiction is a coping mechanism, not the cause. Weight gain is a symptom, not the cause. Stress is also a symptom, not the cause. And likewise, anger is a symptom and not the cause. I trust that makes sense in terms of how I differentiate the symptom versus the cause. Once the root cause is uncovered, then it becomes really easy for us to address and resolve the problem. Whilst working through this, presenting symptoms naturally collapse, neutralize, and simply fade into insignificance. This is the body's innate wisdom, and that is truly remarkable when you understand that and are able to work with it. Essentially, both the body and the mind desire homeostasis, and as such, relief, healing, and peace of mind becomes inevitable. My third important approach with a client is what I call client independence. My approach is to support, to empower, and uplift a client as quickly as possible so that they may regain and also retain complete self-control and sovereignty over their lives. Adequate coping mechanisms are also provided to further support their independence. Now, this is not to say that I am unsupportive. I am always a phone call away or an email or message away. I simply do not subscribe to the traditional psychotherapy model that keeps someone shackled in unnecessary therapy, because in my humble opinion, therapy should be an effective tool and a stepping stone service and not a long-term crutch. If a client needs to return to me over and over again, over several months or weeks, then I feel and believe that I have actually failed us both. I hope that makes sense. The fourth reason I believe that my therapy is really powerful is because there is empirical evidence that confirms every time we recall or relive a traumatic experience, the fight-flight stress response is triggered. This repetitive activity is alarming because it compounds the initial distress instead of dissolving it or neutralizing it. And unfortunately, this appears to be the common practice of what a traditional psychotherapy model applies. Thus, patients unwittingly remain in insidiously unhealthy cycles of prolonged therapy, achieving little to no result, because they are reliving and re-traumatizing their body by retelling their same story over and over again. Now, if you have experienced a trauma, including post-traumatic stress disorder, and you wish me to help you resolve that, naturally we will need to talk about it. But as we do, we will be neutralizing the event and the memories, as well as all associated emotions and physical feelings as they show up. As a result, you will no longer be triggered by this past experience, no matter how hard you try. And this, I believe, is priceless liberation from your past experiences, especially those that were traumatic. And this also provides genuine peace of mind. This is something that I have been able to achieve with my clients many times over the past 13-odd years, since 2007. The fifth aspect that differentiates me is that I work towards what I call a new client goal. So when I engage with a new client, I only agree to work with them when I believe that I can assist and add value. So once we begin working together, the primary goal becomes achieving a rapid resolution and a successful outcome according to their needs. My intention is not to keep anyone in therapy for several weeks or months. In my opinion, humble opinion, that is tantamount to a money-making racket. Sometimes, though, during the initial consultation, it does become apparent to both of us as we're working that there are underlying or secondary issues that require further investigation, such as uncovering a deeply held or sabotaging belief. And perhaps due to the time constraints within the 2 hours, a follow-up session then becomes necessary. On occasion, this has resulted in a second or a third consultation. And I'm sure that you will agree that 2, 4, 6 hours of therapy instead of weeks or months is excellent. And that is what I refer to as instant gratification. I will add some of my client testimonials somewhere on this video or in the link below to my website, so that you can see the client testimonials that I've worked with over the years. Many of them are quite remarkable. So please note, I specifically do not diagnose, label, psychoanalyze, nor do I medicate. Instead, I resolve presenting problems challenges, or issues. I am neither a psychologist nor a psychotherapist. Instead, I am a gifted, complementary therapist who specializes in mental health issues. And as a healer, I have been able to achieve remarkable results with my clients. Over the years, I have also been a hospice trained caregiver and done quite a lot of hospice caregiving, which was voluntary service, which I thoroughly enjoyed at the time. My own stressful and traumatic past, including struggles with depression, is what I have actually drawn upon and received tremendous insights through these first-hand experiential and practical experiences, basically. And this is where my knowledge and innate wisdom and understanding has developed over the years. This has also provided me with a tremendous amount of empathy when I work with my clients and able to be with them in their experience. So should you decide that you would like to consult and work with me, I so look forward to meeting you online and in person, and I will add a link below as to how you can connect with me and consult me. So I hope this assists you in understanding how my service is really different from the traditional psychotherapy model. And I look forward to meeting you and working with you online sometime soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.